going to give you guys a little update since I haven't done so in a while. I am currently 34 weeks and 6 days pregnant, so almost 35 weeks tomorrow. So that's exciting. Tomorrow's Easter, and it also happens to be April Fool's, so I'm gonna have a nice little dress out for that day. The last time I did measurements on my belly, my waist and upper torso area was at 30 weeks, so almost 5 weeks ago. Okay, so last time my belly was 36.3 3/4 of an inch. My waist was 38 3/4, and my upper torso was 33.2 inches. My cat is outside climbing the tree. You guys want to see? Oh, he slept outside last night. He didn't want to come home. Hi, Binks. Hi, baby. Come here. I don't think you can hear me. Anyways, so going back to the measurements. So that was 30 weeks. And now my belly is at 39 inches. My waist is at 40.5 inches. So this grew pretty wide down here, which I can tell. I haven't worn jeans like my original jeans that I wore before I got pregnant. I haven't worn those since probably week 13, something like that. Week 10 maybe. Anyways, but now that I try to put my pants on, it's like I can't even get them above my thigh, which I feel like I've been growing all belly, but I guess not. Okay, so yeah, so my waist is 40.5 inches. My upper torso here, this area went down. It's at 32.5 inches. So let me go from the changes from 30 weeks to, 30 weeks to 30, almost 35 weeks. Belly went up 2 3/4 of an inch. So that much around there. My waist grew 1 3/4 of an inch, so almost 2 inches. So yeah, my waist is definitely growing. My torso, as I mentioned, went down 0.7 inches, so almost a full inch it went down this area. And I guess it's because I'm heading towards the last few weeks and my belly is slowly dropping, since, that tends to happen. So I think that's the reason why I'm having less measurement, or my number is a lot smaller around my torso, or my upper torso area. So yeah, but this is my little belly. Any other updates? Yeah, I am starting to feel more of like a baby stretching slowly up into my rib cage area. And I mean, it doesn't hurt. It just feels really weird and like uncomfortable. So that's been happening. Baby still moves a lot day and night, so when I'm sleeping or not sleeping, baby is still moving out a lot. And what else? So I had my appointment with Alicia on Tuesday, my midwife, and we couldn't figure out what position baby was in. So the last time I met with her 2 weeks back, baby was head down, which was good. But this time with her Doppler, we would hear the heart. She was able to hear the heart in my lower area and in my upper area. So she decided that because I'm already at 34 weeks, just to be sure, if I can go in and get an ultrasound and get, exact positioning of the baby and see if baby is breached, we can try and turn him or her. Or if baby is, head down, then we can see how far down baby is. So I went in on 3 days ago, and they did the ultrasound again. I didn't want to have any more ultrasounds. I had some, I think around 7 weeks. I was so little, the baby was so small, and I didn't want to get an ultrasound, but they did it anyways to confirm that there was a baby in there. So I didn't want to have any more ultrasounds, but because Alicia recommended that, due to the baby's unidentified positioning, we had to do it. So I went in, and my main reason of not wanting to go was because I didn't want to know the gender of my baby. I didn't want the tech to accidentally announce like, oh, she's this long, or she is turned this way, or he is turned that way, and then kind of slip out the gender. But luckily they were really amazing, and if you guys live in the Inland Empire area, maybe I can recommend it to you guys. Just comment below and I'll let you guys know where I went to. But yeah, it was $50, but again, my Alicia had referred all my paperwork and faxed everything to them, and that's how I was able to get in at 34 weeks, because they said at a certain time they don't let women in, but I'm not sure. So I got in, and the lady was amazing at not saying anything. She just mentioned that the baby moves a lot, which it was true. She was trying to get all of like the measurements of the baby and stuff, and the baby was just not having it and turning all over the place. We haven't got our results yet, so they're sending everything over back to Alicia, and she's gonna go over it with me at our next meeting. But I did get the hint that baby was head down, just because when they checked the feet, I did overhear one of the techs telling the other tech that, oh, she still needs imaging of the feet, or feet measurements. So they moved the little, I don't even know what it's called, but they moved the little stick for the ultrasound machine up here. So I'm assuming it's because baby's feet were somewhere up in this area. And then later, when Carlos came in, they let him come in after all of the measurements were done. And, you know, just so he can look at the baby too through the thing. But they made sure to only show us the head, because we didn't want to know the gender, and they knew that we didn't want to see anything that might hint at us that it's a boy or a girl, even though, I don't know. Okay, so they showed us the baby's face, and then they were like, do you guys want to do 3D imaging, and it's free, it's included with the thing. So I was like, I didn't want to do it, but I was right there, so I was like, okay, might as well. I paid for it. I was complaining about paying for it earlier that day, so I was like, whatever, okay, let's do it. So they did the 3D imaging, and they showed us on the monitor the baby's face, and only the face, thank God, like a little side view where you can see this big old hand covering like all of his or her face. But yeah, and you know, I'm just like looking at the monitor, and tears are coming down my face, but quietly no one saw that I noticed. And then I turned over, like once I was like, I don't want to see baby no more, you know, like let me, you know. I look over towards Carlos, and he's like stuck on the monitor. He's literally like, his eyes are stuck on that monitor, and not only that, he has like the biggest smirk in his face. His eyes are glistening, and he's not any type of guy to show any emotion. So, I mean, his face was just priceless. And my phone was all the way across the other side of the room, and I wish it was like right there next to me so I can, you know, start recording them or take some pictures, because it was so beautiful seeing that. But yeah, and then they printed out some images. I didn't want to open the whole thing because it's like a whole roll of images. I don't know what kind of pictures they took down there. I just know the front ones were the face, the 3D face ones, and they took like 5 of those. But oh yeah, and you know, I definitely teared up even more when there was a point in the monitor where the baby went from like a frowny face to like a happy face. So they got like a picture of the frowny face and the happy face, so that was cute. But yeah, so Carlos, they handed him the printouts, and he was just stuck there looking at them and just smiling, and then I mentioned it after the ultrasound, like, hey, I saw you smiling and this and that, and he was like, what do you want me to do? They were looking at me, I'm supposed to pretend to be happy in there, right? And I was like, sure, Carlos. But yeah, that's my little update. So yeah, oh, when they did the head imaging, they were down here, so I definitely know that feet were being imaged up here and head was being imaged down here. So that gives me a little insight that baby is not, at least not fully breached. So maybe in a transverse, I'm not sure. But I'm hoping, you know, baby is either ROT or LOT, so with the head down facing the left side or the right side, whichever one. What other updates? Nothing too much. Right now, I'm literally just, I have a mess because I did get the crib finally ready and it's painted, and it's, as you can see, packed with a bunch of stuff. But my car seat's in there. I put it in there last night because I'm going to install it into my car sometime this weekend. I did print out the birthing supply list that my midwife provides, and then I purchased yesterday the birthing kit because it can take a few weeks, hopefully no more than a week to get here, so it's always nice to have it ready. And then other things I have to buy, like extra towels, trash bags, alcohol, baby wipes, more of the extra absorbent paddings for the mom, thermometer, which I already have, thank God, and a cookie sheet. I don't know. Again, install the car seat, make sure I have a full tank of gas, pack my diaper bag. Yeah, so gotta buy a hose because I am planning the water birth, or at least we are gonna have a little pool in my living room, so I need to get a hose to get it in and filled into the pool, and gotta make sure that the hose has no lead in it, so I have to go to Home Depot and see how that goes. Also, I need to purchase an adapter so I can connect that hose to my faucet in the sink, the kitchen sink or the bathroom sink or whatever. So, you know, the weeks are coming in fast. I have 5 more weeks left. I'm going to continue volunteering at the animal shelter, at the Humane Society clinic until maybe the second to last week of April. I think that's what I put on my schedule, just so I can have weeks 30. Okay, just so I can have the last 2 weeks to rest and get any last minute things ready. So that's about it, and if you guys have any other things you guys went through around this time, I would love to hear about it below. Thank you.